All right. Hello, hello. Coachathon day 5, master your business, master your life. Today we'll continue a little bit on self-development sort of subject, just to finish the week on a good note and sort of finish that segment of topics. Because I believe that truly, as the leader of your business, in order for your business to grow, you need to grow first. And today I want to tell you that everybody is capable of creating big things and achieving great things, sort of their full potential, whatever that means for them. And I want to expand to this about this story today. Again, first, let's check the tech. If you're with me live, say hi in the comments so I know you're here. I would love this to be interactive. If you have any questions, you want to be coached on anything, then let's get the conversation going live. Let me know you're here. And as you do that, I'll start talking a little bit about that. So as I said, I really believe that everybody's capable of creating big things and achieving their full potential. And of course, that means different things for everybody, because the beautiful thing about humans is that we're all different. We have all different passions. We're interested by different things. And also, we want to accomplish different things in life. But what I want to say is that being capable of achieving great things and getting to full potential doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It also doesn't mean that you are not going to do hard things and go through some hard work in order to do that. Being capable, what it means is that you have what it takes in you to, to go through that journey, to understand what you need, where you might need, be holding yourself back, what skills you need to develop, and you have what it takes to overcome the challenges that you will encounter along the way, right? Because if you think about it, nobody has it easy. Even the people who maybe you look up to in your industry or in the areas where you want to grow and you want to achieve certain results and they're already there, even those people have had challenges in their journey. Some of them are very open about them and they share them. Maybe some people don't. But even when, let's say, our heroes or people who we look up to share their challenges, our brain tends to downplay it. It tends to find like, yeah, but they're talented, or yeah, but they had this in their life, or yeah, but, and so on. So even that, our brain doesn't necessarily fully always wants to understand what they had to go through. And we were talking a little bit about this during our coffee chat Fridays. So today it's Friday. We had our coffee connection Fridays. So with the ladies that joined, we talked a little bit about this from different books and different things that they've heard. And of course, one common sort of advice that's out there that's very true is that when you grow and when you pursue the goals that you want to pursue, you are forced in a way, not forced, but you go through a lot of fear. And first of all, what I want to say is that fear is normal. The fact that we fear things we haven't done before is totally human. And our ability to go past that fear and push ourselves outside of the comfort zone is what makes us achieve the results we want, right? So the one of the main differences between the people who kind of stay in their cocoon and never achieve their full potential and the people who do is that ability to work yourself past the fear and do the things you want to do and learn the skills you need to learn despite the fear. And as we were talking about it, one thing that I said is that sometimes, we take this advice, oh, you have to be able to fail greatly and you have to be able to push yourself past the fear. But then our brain thinks that it's any fear and that we're supposed to be doing maybe things that we really don't want to do. And that's not, I don't see it that way. How I see it is that there is goals that we have and there's path towards it, right? There's skills that we need to take. And of course, as we learn those skills and they're new to us or as we master, there's fear that comes with it. So that's the fear or that we want to overcome. And those are the comfort zones that we want to get out of, as opposed to just any fear, right? So for example, I definitely would be scared of bungee jumping or skydiving or those extreme sports, right? And if I wanted to do it, then I would have to push myself outside of my comfort zone and definitely fight the fear. But this is not my goal. My goal is not to live life in that thrilling type of, having those thrilled emotions and, experience those sports. So I'm not going to push myself past that fear outside of the comfort zone because I know I will not feel fulfilled. This is not what I'm pursuing, right? As opposed to growing my coaching business and helping more and more people achieve their full potential and what it takes, this is definitely the area where I'm willing to get outside of my comfort zone. I'm willing to do things I've never done before. I'm willing to feel the fear of sometimes imposter syndrome or fear of failure and going through that failure and maybe feeling some shame through it. I'm willing to do that because I know that on the other side, step by step, I will achieve the goals that I want to achieve. And this, when I feel I can achieve and I want to achieve my full potential. So I hope that helps the difference and that you're seeing it for yourself, that, there's no point beating yourself up for not, getting outside of the comfort zone in areas that don't really mean a lot to you. Okay, so let me know in the comments, what are you thinking about that? What are your thoughts? And maybe, or maybe let me know if there's any areas you want to grow in right now. And maybe you are scared and you need a little bit of encouragement, but definitely know that fear is normal. And as long as you grow, as long as you keep stepping on the stairway to your leadership, the fear will be there, okay? It might be less, sometimes it might be more, depending on, what it is. And what I want to say is that as you step on that stairway and as you grow, definitely you grow your resilience. So your ability to not fear every single thing or not fear as many things, an ability to not let fear hold you back for too long. And this is it's kind of like your ability to feel pain, right? When we're little, when I look at my kids, when they were little and like little boo-boos that they got and how much they cried over the smallest thing, right? Sometimes even boo-boos that weren't visible, that you put magical Band-Aid and that helped with them, right? And as we grow as adults, our pain resilience grows, right? So if we cut ourselves with a little paper cut or, in the kitchen on little things, we don't sometimes even notice those things because we build up that resilience to pain. As opposed to when we're kids, we cry over even the smallest things, right? So it's the same with the ability to go past the fear, pushing yourself outside of the comfort zone and so on. The more you grow, the more resilience you build up. So you become bolder and bolder. You're able to take greater risk. You're able to make more scarier decisions than when you start. And that's the whole point about the journey, and the whole beauty is that, yes, we're not capable to go from this level 1, let's say, to level 10 in one jump, because we just don't have the resilience to do that. But when we go step by step and progress on that journey, then it's much easier, right? Because we up level ourselves. We start operating in a higher level, then we go up again a level, we go up, and we're able to reach the 10 without, really falling apart, let's just say, as humans, right? So we grow our confidence, we become bolder, more resilient, okay? So another way to say it is that you don't want to shrink to your current problems. So even if your current challenges and problems seem big to you, okay, you don't want to shrink to them. You want to actually grow. So then at some point, the problems that you have now will seem very small and not that big as they're, or they're presenting themselves to you now, right? Because you grow and those problems become really smaller, and you're able to do that, become really meaningless, okay? And you're able to tackle bigger challenges. And it's the same, like when you look at yourself or at some kids in your environment, whether your own or somebody else's, that again, when we're kids, our problems are very small in a way when you look at them from the adult perspective. But when you're a child, another child taking your toy away or whatever, you losing something that you cared about becomes this biggest problem on earth for you, right? But as we become adults, we gain experience, we gain perspective, we can definitely tackle bigger problems. And that doesn't really change. So the more you grow yourself, the more you can take on without feeling overwhelmed, without feeling that it's a big challenge, and so on. Okay. What I also want to say is that being capable of achieving your full potential doesn't also mean that you will not have to grow certain skills and learn certain skills along the line. And again, I'm just going to give you two examples. One from just my area of expertise in business is that being able to achieve success in business as business owner doesn't mean you don't need to grow your knowledge in business and marketing and sales and strategy and so on. Being capable of achieving success in business, what it means is that, yeah, those are skills that you can completely learn. And your job sort of is recognize which ones you need to learn in what, to what extent and when, and then learn them because you can do that, right? The best example for that I want to highly recommend to watch is King Richard. So the movie, if you haven't watched the movie King Richard with Will Smith, who actually got an Oscar a week ago or a couple of weeks ago for the best actor for that movie, is about, Serena and Venus Williams and their parents, their dad, but also their mom and their sister. So the journey, or at least a portion of their journey to become, the biggest tennis players in the world, they're one of the best athletes in the world, right? This is an amazing movie for so many different reasons that I truly recommend you watch. We watched it with my husband maybe almost a month ago, and be prepared to cry throughout the movie. It's very moving. It's an amazing story of such a strong family, but it also shows you how much work and effort and training it took both Serena and Venus to get to the level that they were, right? It wasn't, yes, they probably had some, maybe talent, definitely passion for tennis, but that's not enough. They had to develop the skills, and to develop those skills, they had to practice forever, hours, hundreds of thousands of hours throughout their life, right? And that took them to the world-class best in the world. And even if, you know, you're not aiming to become best in the world in whatever you do, but become an expert and become very good, it still takes time and effort to put into learning the skills, okay? It's still worth it. So your hard work, learning the skills, overcoming the challenges, pushing yourself outside of the comfort zone, doing the hard work, overcoming fears, it's still so worth it when you do it to take you closer to the goals you have, to achieving your full potential and getting your vision. Because through that journey, you become more confident, you're proud of yourself, and you become fulfilled. Okay, as opposed to staying in your current comfort zone isn't easy either. It's still hard because you always have the nagging feeling when you stay in the comfort zone that you are capable of more, you can do more, you can do better, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. And that feeling kind of chips away on your soul, and it's hard to be in, right? It's hard to actually stay like this. And so both are hard, but one hard is very fulfilling and making you proud and confident. And the other hard not only doesn't bring you, and then okay, and it brings you closer to your goals, the first hard. The other hard is not only doesn't bring you closer to your goals, but also makes you feel bad about yourself and shamed and, maybe disillusioned sometimes. So personally, I prefer doing the hard work and overcoming my fears and failing and sometimes feeling very bad about it, but stepping on the journey where I can look back and be proud and grow my confidence and get closer and closer to the goals that I have. And when I see my clients do it and how proud they are and they have those confident moments and they start believing in themselves even more than they became in the beginning, they start, seeing that it's possible. It's amazing for me to watch, but I can only imagine how great it is for them. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see me. I'm not getting any comments today either, so I don't know if it's technology or not. But if you have questions to what I'm talking about today, put them in the comments, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. And I just want to leave you with, for the weekend, with like last, I guess, food for thought or nugget for thought, is that in order to go towards the goals you want, and in order to be able to overcome the fears that maybe are stopping you, it takes a deep trust in yourself, okay? Going deep and getting aware and trusting yourself that you can do this. Even if you don't know how you're going to do this, even if it might be scary to learn the skills or make investments towards your self-development that you want to take in order to do this, even if you're really not 100% sure if what you're doing will get you to where you are, right? But if you kind of deep down know that this is important, okay, and if you trust yourself that will figure it out, you will. So that's the first step, trusting yourself that you can figure it out, that whatever you're doing is the right thing to do, is the right skill to learn, is the right investment to take, is the right sort of challenge to overcome, okay? Eva, my fear is thinking what the other person will think of me. Yeah, that's a very real fear, Eva, okay? So I'm going to give you coaching on that. You can't control what other people think of you, okay? You can't. And it's possible that when you go out there and you do the things you're passionate about, and you think about, helping people you want to help, it's possible that people who are not your best clients will think things about you, and you can't control it. But my question, so what that they think about it? You don't know them. You will never be friends with them. Would that let you stop pursuing your dream, right? What other people think, would that let you stop pursuing your dream in order to help the people who need your help, want your help, and so on, right? That's definitely mindset growth, being afraid of what others will think of me. That's one of those pushing yourself past that fear and growing that we all need to do, because we can't control what others are thinking. And there might be people who will think bad of us. So what, right? They're not the ones living our life. They don't really care about us. Why would you care about them? Okay. Eva. Okay, so you're worried about what the other person will think of you when you're cold calling and prospecting. Now, one thing I want to say is that if you haven't, so here's the thing about cold calling, prospecting. Now, if you believe cold calling and cold prospecting is the right strategy for you in your marketing, just go for it. Okay, just think about the customer you can help through that when you get them, right? Don't think about a person who's not your customer and whatever they will think, but think about them, those who you can help. But if cold calling or cold prospecting is really not your thing, and you feel all weirded out about it, and you can't, grow your mindset towards really enjoying it, then I invite you to join my webinar. Okay, the webinar that I was talking about, how to sign clients consistently without ads or DMs, that I'm going to run in April, will help you not do that. Okay, if cold calling, cold prospecting is not your thing, you don't need to do it. There's hundreds of other strategies, marketing, that you can do and sign clients. But if you believe in it and you're like, yeah, cold calling is amazing, I love it, everybody should be doing it, then that's fine. Then who cares what others think of you? Okay. But that's a great, thank you for bringing it up, Eva, because that's a fear that we all fear at some point. We all need to grow past that and do things that we want to do, be ourselves, be bold, despite what others might think of us, because we can't control that, right? The only thing we can control is our actions and our reactions to things that are happening. Okay, your sign up. Awesome. Great. Perfect. Any other questions for today? Now, what I want to say for next week, we'll have 4 more of these Coachathons. We'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week, 1:30 p.m. in this group live. So there's 4 more. I'm going to prepare topics, but if you ladies who are attending live would like me to talk about anything specific, let me know, and I'll be happy to include that in the next 4 days next week. So again, just put some of your ideas or your requests in the comments today, and I'll be happy to include that as well. Because maybe sometimes, either you don't have thoughts or questions that are coming up when I talk, or maybe you're not comfortable, then that's okay. You can just, or even you can PM me, you can text me saying, hey, Maggie, can you talk about this or that? And I'll talk about it next week in the Coachathon. Okay. All right. So have a fantastic weekend. Trust yourself that you do have what it takes to achieve whatever you want to achieve. If it's in your consciousness, that means you can do it. Okay. And then be willing to grow and to learn the skills, go past the fears in order to achieve what you want to achieve, because it's still a better option and that hard work will pay off and you'll feel great about that hard work than not doing it and doing other hard things that don't bring the fulfillment and that actually bring sort of not the greatest feelings about yourself. All right. So have a fantastic weekend, everybody, and see you next week. Bye.